Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Bachmann Square water tower that I actually got alongside pretty much on the trackside station that I got beforehand, to which I do find it to be a really great water tower that I actually got. That was actually part of the Thomas and Friends range that Bachmann actually is continuing on doing as of now, and yeah, I'm really impressed with, of course, how it actually turned out for sure. I can tell there was a lot of hard-working effort to really make it look great for sure, and they accomplished that very, very well for sure, to which, yeah, it actually does result in a pretty nice water tower that we actually got that really did exceed pretty much everything that I was hoping for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I really love the square water tower for what it is, and yeah, much like the trackside station that I got beforehand, it actually does go great on my layout for sure, and yeah, certainly the nice addition nonetheless. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. Yeah, pretty much just gonna be here as normal right up until you come back for sure. I mean, I wouldn't mind waiting nonetheless. It's pretty much what I normally expect on this show for sure, so I guess I'm kind of used to it at this point. And yeah, I think it's about time that I finally get this, since after I talked about the pretty much the previous water tower that I got beforehand. Yeah, I mean, I could have actually gotten this way earlier than I expected for sure, but better late than never, I guess. And I can pretty much name some other missed opportunities on my part when it comes to a Bachmann Hornby Thomas models that I was hoping to get for sure. But again, I guess it is what it is, so hopefully I might get around to them at some point for sure. If we're actually that lucky. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess following up to, of course, when I actually did the last 2 episodes for sure. Well, I guess pretty much with what I'm seeing right now, looks like we're delving into another piece of Bachmann Thomas scenery pieces that I did get very recently for sure, and well, I guess it's another one that I've been anticipating to get for a long time now for sure. So I figure now is a good time to finally dive into one of those that we actually got very recently for sure. So yeah, what is it you may ask? Well, have a look. So yeah, what I got right here to kickstart this episode of this show is that, yes, folks, I know a lot of you guys have been anticipating for me to talk about this for like years now for sure. So I figure now is a good time to finally talk about this for sure, because what I got right here is, of course, another piece of Bachmann Thomas and Friends scenery that I got not too long ago. That was, of course, part of the Thomas and Friends range, and that being, of course, on the Sodor Lighthouse. So yeah, I've been anticipating to get this hung up for a long time now for sure, and well, luckily enough, thanks to a listing I found on Amazon, I actually finally got it right here in my hands for sure. It's been a long time coming, so I figure now is a good time to finally take a look at this for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright guys, here we are with the Bachmann Sodor Lighthouse right in front of us, and well, I guess you can see from, of course, the packaging and stuff from what we're seeing right here. Yeah, looks like this might actually be a big one we're gonna be delving into for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, I think with, of course, what I'm seeing based on what I'm seeing so far, I am really looking forward to actually getting this one for sure, because yeah, this is actually another one of those Bachmann Thomas scenery pieces that I've been missing out on very recently for sure, and yeah, pretty much of anything, I knew right away that ever since pretty much I do recall back in like the early 2010s, back when it first came out, I've been really looking forward to actually getting this one for sure, and well, luckily enough, I know I've been long since overdue to actually talk about this one for sure, and well, unlike the last 2 pieces of Bachmann Thomas scenery that I did get very recently for sure, that I got straight off of eBay. This one, on the other hand, I actually got straight off of Amazon for sure, so yeah, I think I had it sitting on my Amazon wish list for quite a long time now, ever since I first started that for sure, and well, luckily enough, I did manage to find the right time to actually get this one for sure, and well, I guess it is for a good reason, because much like the last 2 that I've previously talked about, this lighthouse, as you can see here, is currently long since discontinued, pretty much according to the Bachmann page on the Thomas Wiki site for sure. At least that's what I can gather on my part, so yeah. So I guess if anything, I did strike gold getting this for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. So So yeah, I can tell from, of course, the front of the packaging from what I could gather, based on my first impressions, it actually does look really, really good from what I'm actually seeing right here. Again, still retaining the classic, one of the pretty much one of those classic packaging sounds for many of the Bachmann Thomas models back in the day for sure, and at least all the way back in the early 2010s from what I can gather, and yeah, and I'm really digging on how nicely packaged pretty much this is for sure, and well, luckily enough, this lighthouse, from what I can gather, really does look nice, pretty much from the packaging for sure, and the best part about it is that, according to pretty much the product itself, it actually comes with a blinking light for sure. What do I mean by this? Well, surprisingly enough, seeing how pretty much this is one of those accessories that requires a lot of power in order to pretty much get itself working. The blinking light they actually have on top right here for sure. Yeah, I think the top part that you can see here will actually give the proper illusion of course, the light pretty much going all the way around to spot any ships that are passing by for sure. So yeah, works pretty much the same way like every other lighthouse would actually do for sure, and I'm actually intrigued, of course, that idea for sure, and yeah. So I guess either way, I'm quite curious to see on how that's going to turn out once we actually open it up pretty soon. And going all the way in the back from what I could gather, yeah, I think it does pretty much have what you would expect for sure. Like, of course, a whole list of course, pretty much some of the other Bachmann Thomas models that you can actually get, to which, according to the list, I do own all of them that they have listed back there, so that's awesome. So yeah, and of course, it actually did state on the back, it actually says, light fades on and off for realistic lighthouse effect, which actually is quite nice. And it also says, requires standard 14 to 16 volt AC railroad accessory power connection for operation. Alright, I guess that is pretty simple, I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, trust me, that'll come into play later on down the road, So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I'm actually seeing right here, based on my first impressions from the packaging for sure, the lighthouse itself really is looking something really, really quite nice for sure, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to turn out for sure. So yeah, now that we finally got that out of the way, I think it's about time that we finally get this thing opened up. And of course, it's time to welcome back my trusty pair of scissors to help us out with that. Because yeah, I guess Bachmann really does have a good fetish for, of course, pretty much putting all of their models and stuff in, of course, well, packaging that requires scissors to open up for sure. To which, well, I guess for any other product, that would be pretty much an absolute waste of time. But for Bachmann trains, I think it makes sense when you really think about it. So yeah, with that being said, I know this may take a while, but yeah, either way, I'll definitely fast forward through getting this thing opened up. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alrighty then, well, I guess it took me some time from what I could gather, but it looks like we finally got the lighthouse out of its packaging for sure, and yeah, I guess with, of course, what I'm seeing right here, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I can definitely say without a doubt, this looks really, really good, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I dare even say, well, I think it's more than just good. It actually looks great from what I'm actually seeing by far. Yeah, you can tell from what I can actually see for sure. They really put a lot of hard-working effort to really make this lighthouse look pretty good for sure. And I really do mean that. I think from pretty much from the base, from what I could gather with the stairs and the door for sure, going all the way up for sure, right to the top from what I could gather. Yeah, they really actually do look quite nice for sure, and it really does signify on what I would expect for this being a lighthouse for sure. Yeah, they really nailed it out of the park from what I'm actually seeing back when they first made this for sure, and yeah. I can definitely say without a doubt they really did an impressive job on that. Even the detailing of the bricks and stuff, and even the red and white paintwork from what I can gather, really does have that nice rustic feel of making this look absolutely like an actual lighthouse for sure. So yeah, either way, from of course from what I'm seeing from the front and all the way towards the back, it really is quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, really is something that I really do love and admire for sure. So yeah, and of course alongside the back, it does have the wire and stuff where of course you can connect your pretty much a controller or anything else to get this thing working for sure. To which, yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I would expect for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all what I can say, of course, that front. So I guess I give it to that thought alone. I guess pretty much a lot of you guys are quite curious. Where am I going to place this on my layout to see how it'll turn out? Well, let's head on over to my layout and, well, see for yourself. Alright guys, here we are back once again in my Bachmann Thomas layout for sure, and well, I did tease that I would actually find a good spot for, of course, the Sodor Lighthouse, and well, here it is, right here in its place. So yeah, So yeah, I think with, of course, what you're seeing right here, looks like I did manage to find a good spot, and of course, on my layout, to actually place the lighthouse for sure, and a bit of a funny story, I was originally going to place it somewhere around in this spot for sure, right over by where Cranky actually resides for sure. To which, yeah, that was my original plan, to which, hopefully, I think what I say in the next episode is pretty much a little outdated, but I digress. So yeah, I actually was originally going to place the lighthouse right around here, right next to Cranky, but I guess pretty much due to the length of the wire for sure, I ended up deciding to place it right over here, right over, pretty much right on the other side of the nice custom-made statue that I actually created for, of course, this layout. Yeah, with, of course, the windmill actually taking the, pretty much taking the other side of it for sure. So yeah. But either way, I guess regardless on that, I'm still really happy on, of course, the way I actually placed it for sure. And surprisingly enough, pretty much since the packaging did say that it will require a 14 to 16 volt power supply in order to actually get this thing working. Well, surprisingly enough, we're in for a stroke of luck because I did manage to get it hooked up to my Bachmann multi-accessory power supply that I got, which actually does run at about 16 volts for sure. So yeah, either way, I guess pretty much if anything, I guess it's a good thing that I got this power supply that I actually got. Definitely would come in handy for sure. And also, by the way, yes, it was intentional for me to actually have the lighthouse and the windmill actually hooked up to this thing where I actually first got it for sure. And yeah, either way, I think it actually really is. Yeah, I'm not complaining from what I can gather. I'm actually quite happy with, of course, pretty much how it actually turned out for sure. But yeah, needless to say, regardless of course of the placement I've actually set on, of course, this on my layout for sure, I think I guess the lighthouse still deserves a good spot in my layout nonetheless for sure. And yeah, with what I'm actually seeing, I think it actually does work quite well for sure. Still something that actually does go along part of the main line for sure. So yeah, but I think it's about time that we put it to the ultimate test for sure to see how it's going to turn out for sure. And well, luckily enough, pretty much I know a lot of you guys are quite curious to actually see how it's going to turn out for sure, especially once the blinking light actually does come into play for sure. Well, I think if anything, we might as well do exactly that for sure. So yeah, with that being said, I think yeah, luckily enough, I do have the plug for, of course, the multi-accessory power supply right here in my hands for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and plug this back in and see what happens. Okay, I think it looks like we might be getting somewhere with this. Yeah, obviously, pretty much the windmill is running as expected for sure. But my God, look at how well the lighthouse is actually going for sure. Yeah, you can definitely see the light itself is actually blinking from what I can gather, signifying pretty much the light in the lighthouse is actually going all the way around for sure. And yeah, with of course what I'm actually seeing, yeah, looks like it really is looking quite nice for sure. So yeah, I guess I pretty much owe a whole lot to, of course, the power supply that I actually got to really get this working alongside the windmill. And yeah, definitely take a look at the two side by side. They actually both work quite well for sure, and I'm impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. But I bet a lot of you guys may be wondering, how will the lighthouse fare up once we, well, turn off the lights? So yeah, well, that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and turn the light for this off for starters. And of course, turn off the... Yeah, pretty much... Alright guys, I do indeed apologize for the strange cut here and there. Turns out I think the pretty much the camera died out on me pretty much while I was filming it for sure, but luckily enough I did manage to get it all fixed, and thankfully all the footage I've recorded is doing alright for sure, so no harm done. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this properly and, well, get the light get the lights turned off to see how the lighthouse will fare up with all the lights off. Okay, yeah, I guess even with what I'm seeing in the dark from what I can gather, this actually, the lighthouse actually works pretty well even with the lights off for sure. So yeah, and I can definitely see that parts of the, yeah, I don't know if you can actually see it, but I think parts of the lights and stuff, yeah, part of the light does kind of illuminate part of my room for sure. So yeah, at least that's what I can gather for sure. So yeah, and let's go ahead and turn the lights back on, and even this. So yeah, I guess you can definitely see right here that it actually does work quite well for sure, right? Yeah, pretty much with the lights on or off, it really actually does do the job very well for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, either way, given to what I've actually seen by far, this actually turned out really, really impressive for sure. So yeah, overall, the Bachmann Sodor Lighthouse, I will have to say, really came out marvelous for sure. Yeah, literally from, of course, what I've actually seen by far, they really did an impressive job, of course, making this look great for sure. And yeah, at the end of the day, it really actually does do an incredible job with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. So yeah. Definitely can say it's worthy a recommendation on my part, and I'm impressed with how well it actually turned out. Sadly, as of now, this has been long since discontinued from what I can gather, according to Bachmann Trains for sure, and honestly, I think, much like with what I've actually said with, of course, the trackside station and the square the square water tower for sure, I say this is definitely one of those pieces of Bachmann Thomas models for sure that definitely deserves a massive comeback for sure. So yeah, I mean, really think about it. With every single model that Bachmann has actually been putting out for sure, we've seen some new ones, yes, but they were always kind enough to actually give us pretty much bring back some models that they made earlier that actually pretty much correspond with most of the engines, actually deserve a new coat of paint for sure. So yeah, I could definitely say the same thing for maybe this and most of the other scenery pieces as part of the Bachmann Thomas and Friends range for sure. So yeah, will that happen anytime soon? Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, but I'm totally up for it if that actually does happen anytime soon. So yeah. But hey, if you can find a good listing for this for yourself like I did, I say definitely pick this one up. I think you're going to be in for a real great treat. And, well, I think pretty much on that thought, I think I'll actually conclude this little duology that I did with, of course, this multi-accessory power supply for sure. And yeah, I guess it was intentional for me to actually pretty much have the lighthouse and the windmill work together for sure, because yeah, I think it actually deserves it for sure. So yeah, but hey, either way, we'll definitely see what comes up for sure, depending on, well, if of course more accessories are need to fill up this for sure. So yeah, but for now, I think I'm good with what I got currently for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you thought of this one for sure. I would love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and well, we're not done just yet, because it looks like I've got one more piece of Bachmann Thomas scenery that I did get very recently that I'm long since overdue to officially talk about for sure. What is it, you may ask? Well, you're going to have to tune into the next episode to see for yourself. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.